Hello, I am Zahid Manzoor Shah from Let's Speak English. Today's topic is the sentence. What is a sentence? What are its kinds? What are the differences? These things will be in today's lesson. So, the thing, what is a sentence? The sentence, a group of words arranged in an order that makes a complete meaning, is called a sentence. Let's learn some examples. For example, uh, they have invited us to the party. What is your father? What a lovely dress. She did not take part in the contest. These are all sentences, which means a sentence is a group of words. We can say group of words, I boy is am. It's also a group of sentence. But when we talk about a sentence, it's a group of words arranged in an order that makes complete meaning or sense is called a sentence. In a sentence, we have a subject and a predicate. Remember, we should always remember this thing. A sentence always contains a subject and a verb of its own, which means the sentence always contains a subject. Subject means one who works, the doer, and a verb of its own. Verb means the work which is done, which is being done. The part of the sentence carrying a verb is called a predicate. That part in which the verb is, the part of the sentence in which we find a verb is called a predicate. And the part of the sentence in which the doer is found is called the subject. Subject is one who is doing something, and predicate is that part of the sentence in which the verb is found. We must remember that one thing, a sentence always begins with a capital letter, which means always when we start a sentence, it is always started at the first of the paragraph or after the full stop of a sentence. When we start a new sentence, the first letter of the sentence must be capital letter, right? Okay. We must know that there must be the kinds or types of sentences. Sentences can be classified as, we can classify it in different parts, different types, different kinds. So one by one, we will learn about all these. First of all, we will learn about assertive sentences. What are these assertive sentences? These are simple sentences. These are simple sentences, nothing else. Let us study some examples below. I will carry out your commands. I will carry out your commands. Tendulkar is a good cricketer. The earth revolves around the sun. When we say this thing, the earth revolves around the sun, it is a simple sentence. It is also a universal truth. Universal truths are those sentences which are universally true. Like the sun rises and the sun sets in the west, sun rises in the east. Right? She cannot come to the party. And always remember, we should note that a full stop is placed at the end of an assertive sentence, where we can find I is a subject, Tendulkar is a subject, the earth is a subject, she is a subject, Revolves here is verb. Carry out is a verb. Good cricketer means it's a quality. Means there. She cannot come to the party. She cannot come is a verb. And always it is a full stop at the end of the sentence placed. Right? This is the assertive sentence. And then we came to interrogative sentence. We call it questions, question sentences. Well, anything can be the question. There is a question mark at the end of that sentence. What is your name? What is your father? Let's study some examples below. Which is the longest river in the world? Which? WH question. We will study these things elaborately. What are WH questions? What are the different? How can we make questions? Those will be that will be the different topic, different chapter. Today we are just giving the introduction to these sentences and types of sentences. Which is the longest river in the world? It is a question asking us an answer. Can we have some sugar, please? Did they enjoy themselves? Where have you come from? I forgot E here. Where have you come from? These are the sentences which ask us some questions. That means the interrogative sentences are those sentences which ask us questions. And we should always note that the note of interrogation, which means this mark, is placed at the end of the interrogative sentences. Whenever we ask a question, there must be an interrogation, note of interrogation at the end of the sentence. There are certain sentences, certain interrogative sentences where we place full stop at the end, but those are some different questions. That is some different topic that will be included in another lesson. We will talk about that. Here we will talk about interrogative sentences which are always which end with the interrogation mark. Then imperative sentences. What are imperative sentences? The imperative sentences, these sentences show an order, an advice, a request, an order, an advice, a request. Such sentences also give instructions or directions. Means those sentences in which we find any instruction, advice, order, request, directions. Those are called assertive imperative sentences. So let us study some examples below. Leave this room at once. This is a command. This can be said like this. Leave this room at once. I'm warning you. I'm asking you to leave the room at once. Means to get out. This is a command to get out. And if we request something, kindly give me this thing. Requests are always having some polite words like please, kindly. Those words emphasize the request. Please open the box. This is a request. I'm requesting you to please. I am asking you, please open the box. We can say, please, can you open the door for me? Means that I am requesting you. So one should advise you. If you get an advice or you are giving an advice to someone, you should always advise with the imperative sentence. You should take some rest. This is an advice. You should work hard. This is an advice. Take those take those pills once a day. This is an advice. So, in the sentences where we find order, advice, request, instruction, directions, those are called imperative sentences, right? Then comes exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentences have different types. We will study that too. These sentences show joy, sorrow, surprise, disgust, applaud, etc. For example, if someone is happy, so how can we express that happiness? We have some words in different languages to express those joyous words, some sorrowful words to express our joy, sorrow, hate, different things. Here, those are called exclamatory sentences. Hurrah, we won the match. Hey, hey, we won the match. Hip, hip, hurrah. Those are the exclamatory marks. These exclamatory marks, those have no meanings. Just to show inner feelings, those hurrah, alas, bravo, bingo, those are the exclamatory words. Those usually don't have any meaning. We use them to express our feelings. Hurrah, we won the match. Someone has won the match, so how can we say that, cheer up that? Hurrah, we won the match. We cheer up them. Alas. Alas is a word used to express sorrow. Alas, her father died yesterday. I'm so sorry that her father died yesterday. We use alas. What a lovely weather. This must be a question because we are asking a question. What a lovely question, a lovely weather. But we are expressing something. I'm glad to see sunny weather, sunny day today after a long time, after rainy days. So I will express my joy like, what a lovely weather today. How foolish are you? If you are always doing a good thing and suddenly you did something foolish, something you did wrong, so how can I express that feeling? What did you do? So we can say, how foolish you are. You haven't gone through this thing. You have done a foolish thing. But we must know, we must note that the note of exclamation is placed at the end of the exclamatory sentence. Like here in these two sentences, we have placed it at the end of the sentence. However, it is usually placed after an interjection, if there is one, like in these two sentences. After an interjection, we have placed these two, right? After interjection, if there is one. After an interjection, we begin with a capital letter. When we place exclamatory mark after an interjection, then the next word which starts after the exclamatory mark should be and will be capital letter. This should be always remembered. This is a rule, right? Okay. So what are positive sentences? Positive sentences are those sentences. These are also called affirmative sentences. They show an affirmation. So these are positive sentences. Affirmation, where we can find affirmation. Those are called affirmative sentences, and those are called positive sentences. For example, it is snowing heavily today. It is snowing heavily, which means it is today snowing heavily. I can say in a negative sentence that it is not raining today, but I am saying it is snowing heavily today. It is an affirmative sentence. The police are looking into the matter. Police are. Where police are, we can say police is looking into the matter, police are looking into the matter is quite a possible thing, quite a right thing, because we are talking about the police department. Police department is looking into the matter. The police are looking into the matter. You look nice today. You are looking nice. You look nice today. These are affirmative sentences. And after that, we come to the negative sentences. I had given you an example. It is not raining today. So these sentences have got negative meanings as negative meanings, where we have negative words in that. As in these sentences, Sharon has not yet arrived yet. Not and yet. Not arrived yet. Sharon has not arrived yet. Sharon has not. Where we have used this word, not, it became a negative sentence. It became a negative sentence. They did not agree with us. So this became a negative sentence. They did not agree with us. Hardly anybody passed. This is also a negative sentence where we have not used any negative word, but it says hardly anybody passed, which means nobody has passed. So everybody has failed, nobody has passed. So this means it is a negative sentence, everybody has failed. So then comes a clause. Clause is also a sentence. A clause may be considered as a simple sentence with a subject and a verb of its own. Most often, clauses are dependent on each other. Such clauses are called subordinate clauses. The dependent clauses are also called principal or main clauses. For example, I like the people who are honest. I like the people and who are honest. Who are honest depends on this clause. I like the people. Barbara works in a company. I don't need any other information regarding for this. Barbara works in a company. She works in a company. I can say Barbara works in Samsung company. Barbara works in Hitachi. So she is working somewhere. No need additional information. That makes washing machines. This is an additional information. This is a clause as well. This clause has no meanings till we have Barbara works in a company. Right? Those are the sentences we have talked about. So we must remember, just to recapitulate, what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words, right? A group of words. I have already told you, if we say a group of words, that doesn't mean any group of words. It should be framed in such a manner, such a way that it has a sensible meaning, right? The sentence. Okay? So if you have any doubt, any question, you can ask, you can directly message, or you can communicate with us. We are here to help you. We will be glad to answer your questions. Any question you have. The next topic we will be talking about will be parts of speech, which will contain all 9 parts of the speech as well. So if you have any question, you can WhatsApp. Either in the group, or we have a Facebook page, Let's Speak English. You can comment there, or you can direct message on WhatsApp or Facebook as well. Direct messages can be sent on WhatsApp 705-123-6222. Right? Thank you. If you have any suggestion, you can also communicate to regarding with the suggestions, ideas, any innovative thing you want to add, introduce. You have any special topic you want to discuss, or you want a lecture on, we will be happy to provide you with that as well. Okay? I hope this topic was quite a little, but was informative for you. Thank you. And don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to like and share. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye. Take care. Let's speak English.